All right, so let's talk about your emotions. Now, your emotions are very important and very valid. And two types of ways people tend to deal with them incorrectly is they either don't listen to emotions or they obsess over their emotions. Understand both of those are not ideal because emotions are important. They are the signal that directs our attention to something that's going on. And it's oftentimes something that we don't always understand, we can't always, let's say, put a finger on, but they are the intuition and the instinct that are driving us that direction. So the emotions without instinct, without thought, are not beneficial. Those are just feelings. Feelings are things that come up. I'm happy, I'm sad. They're like clouds. If you've ever been in a plane and it flies through a cloud, you can go through a cloud, but that doesn't make the plane the cloud. It makes it something you're passing through. So understand that your feelings come and go. They're thoughts, they pop in and out of your head. And when we act on these temporary decisions, we end up making impulsive or poor decisions. So never make a permanent decision based off of a temporary feeling. The other side is if we don't factor in these emotions when we make decisions, we don't really listen to ourselves. And we end up doing things that aren't true to us, or we end up sacrificing a lot of what we value and what we care about to try and do something because we're not truly factoring in all the pieces of information. The best way to use your emotions is to factor them in, take them in, don't judge them. Emotions are not right or wrong, they're not good or bad. They're just feelings, they're coming in. And when we apply intuition and our insight to them, they become logical guiders that help us make better decisions. One of the marks of an emotionally advanced human is that they're able to express their emotions fully. There's a full range of emotions. There's happiness, sadness, fear, anger, surprise. You want to be able to express them without judging them, right? So understand that emotions, again, are not right or wrong, but when you can't admit to what you're feeling, you end up not being able to express yourself fully. So understand that when you stop defending and judging your own emotions, you can then express them and be. People that aren't able to be content and be in a situation are not able to understand and accept their own emotions. And this can be people that feel their emotions really strongly. They may not want to feel those, or they may feel embarrassed. But instead of saying, I'm fine, everything's okay, just saying, no, I'm actually nervous about the situation. But when you feel something like depression or anxiety, those are big covers. Anxiety is worrying about the future. Depression is worrying and focusing on the past. They're both big covers and they're self-focused. Once you feel those things pop up, take a second to think about the emotion behind them. Are you having anxiety because of a test coming up? Well, what about that? Are you afraid that you're not going to do well? Is it fear of failure? Is it you're nervous or you're embarrassed because you didn't study for it? Or is it just any number of things? But think about the emotion behind that, right? Because when you can think about the emotion, you can apply insight and figure out an action to take. Action alleviates anxiety, remember that. So understand that if you are feeling these big cover emotions, they're just signals for something else. The last thing is you have emotions. You are not emotions. This is an important thing. It's a small distinction, but an important thing. So instead of saying, I am happy, I am anxious, I am sad, whereas you are being that emotion, understand I have this. I am experiencing anxiety. I am experiencing depression. I'm experiencing happiness. Think about those things. Again, this plane flying through a cloud analogy. The plane is not the cloud. Just because it feels like it's been enveloped, you're passing through it. So when you have these emotions, they're always temporary. They will come and they will go. You are not your emotion. So keep that in mind and be careful when you're talking about it. Say, I'm so nervous. I'm so happy. I'm so anxious. Those are things that kids say. When you want to change your language to express the fact that you have emotions, that allows you to have control over them because you can't change something that you are. You can exchange an experience you're having. You can be in a different place, and that can allow you to see yourself as separate. And that is huge because when you feel overwhelmed, you're not going to make clear decisions. So separate yourself from the emotions, apply insight, make better decisions and actions off of that.